All right. So if you could tell us your name and your school and your school district.
Sure, my name's Jay O'Neill. My school was formerly known as Stonewall Jackson Middle School. The new name is yet to be determined. And I work for Kanawha County Schools in West Virginia.
Uh, Kind of asking about when was the moment when you realized that this COVID-19 pandemic was really going to impact your school district and the schools in your county in particular. Do you remember, not even a moment, but do you remember when it kind of hit you that this was not something that was far away? It was really going to impact your day-to-day lives and the day-to-day lives of your students and your coworkers.
Yeah, it's funny because I had kind of a different experience. We had a really early spring break this year that started March 6th. So I was actually on spring break when it kind of hit me that this was going to be something. In fact, I was traveling to another part of the state and we were supposed to be having, actually, as a side note, like I ran for state union president. I didn't win, but this year. But part of what I was doing was trying to travel around and meet with people across the state that week in my spring break. And that we were supposed to have a meeting that Thursday, the 12th, I think in Wheeling. And by then it was already feeling like people were getting nervous, things weren't going well. And so we decided to cancel that. And I went ahead and came home. And then the next day is when our governor got on and said, school is, from now on, it's going to be remote on that Friday. So we'd already been out a week longer than that with spring break. But that's that week of travel. Every day I'm kind of like, I'm around the state in different places. And I'm like listening to the news and hearing things. And we're trying to do these meetings and it's just growing. And I don't know if there's one moment, but it was over those few days when it hit me. Yeah.
Yeah, and so when Governor Justice made that announcement that things were going virtual, how did that roll out at your school and your district level, or how didn't it roll
Oh my
out?
gosh, it was a hot mess. We already utilize like an online platform a little bit. Honestly, for at least for me, more for like grading than a lot of other stuff. I would try to put stuff up there if kids were absent or things, but so we just kind of tried to shift everything to that. I was in a funny situation because my wife had a lot of COVID symptoms. Um, and so we were trying to, because we had, long story, we'd been skiing at a place in West Virginia that had a ton of out of state people. So it like seemed reasonable that possibly, she could really have it. So we were trying hard to get her tested. We finally got her test, but the results didn't come back for 8 or 9 days. So during that time, I was like